Hi everybody, Mark Gilbert from the Quinte RV Center. I'm here with my right-hand man, Randy Baldini. He's our parts manager, but wears many hats around here. The RV business is a lot of fun, but there's something I wanted to talk to everybody about. We try to help you care for your trailer long term. We want you to be happy with your ownership, and trailers are very complicated. Not everybody knows how to take care of it and keep an eye on it. So when you buy a trailer from us, our clients get a full introductory lesson with Randy. Shows you all the tips and tricks and the do's and don'ts and how to take care of it. We have a whole little introductory lesson that you get, a whole package of essentials, and a list of reminders of things to care for. But I thought it might be useful if we had a little video to show you some of that stuff. Because, what if you didn't know you were supposed to clean the rollers of your vacuum cleaner? If you use it, it gets stuck, eventually you'll burn out the motor. What if you didn't know you were supposed to clean your coffee maker? What if you didn't really know you had to keep an eye on the oil in your car or the air in your tires? I mean, there's stuff we kind of take for granted, but trailers are very complicated. One of the most complicated things you'll ever own. You've got electrical systems and water systems and propane systems. Very complicated stuff. Most of the customers don't have to worry about that, because when you have a problem with those systems, we have RV technicians with special training and certifications and diagnostic tools. But there are some things that the customer has to keep an eye on as the homeowner, and that's what we want to kind of show you here, so that everybody has an idea of the kind of stuff that's easy to keep an eye on, and that you have to. So we worry about water penetration in a trailer. How does water get in the trailer? We worry about the roof. We worry about the ceiling. We worry about the windows and the vents and the gaps. That's pretty easy to keep an eye on. Randy, how long have you had a trailer?
Going on 25 years now.
25 years, and you got someone in the family even runs a campground.
That's correct.
Yeah. So a lot of experience here. We're not experts in everything, but the part that's on the customer to keep an eye on for water penetration to protect your investment is actually pretty straightforward. So all the manufacturers, what I'm going to say here, by the way, is true for all trailers of all brands, of all makes, sold anywhere in North America. The guidance is the same. You have a trailer that's basically a little shed, a little house, and has a bunch of holes cut in it. Holes for the slides, holes for the windows, holes for the antennas and the vents and the ACs. There's holes everywhere in a trailer, and those holes have stuff pushed into it, a window, a vent, whatever it is, sealed with goop, and you have to keep an eye on that stuff. The sun beating on it, the change in humidity, just driving it, just moving it around in the trailer, rocking and creaking and flexing, all those things can disrupt that very important seal that keeps water out of your expensive investment. So we want to show you a little bit of the things you can keep an eye on. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you outside the trailer of what those seals look like, what to look for, and when they find something wrong, what's that going to look like, Randy?
Well, what will happen is sun will rot. As you mentioned, the flexing of the trailer, the sealants become brittle and possibly flake away. So anything that would allow water to penetrate into the system is what you want to eliminate before it gets... So,
even a lay person with a little bit of a heads up like this will be able to spot, oh, geez, it's kind of cracked here, kind of dry. I see a little gap in that seal. You can see it.
Exactly.
And that doesn't mean that every time you check it, you're going to see a problem, but you got to keep an eye on it. The manufacturers recommend every 3 months, all your seals, that's all the way around. Walls, ceiling, roof, all that stuff has to be checked. Before we finish this video, I'm going to show you on the inside things you should keep an eye on every time you get in your trailer, especially if you haven't been in the trailer for a few days or a few weeks. Now, if the customer does spot a gap or brittle, dry problem with the caulking and the seals, we provide them with some of that stuff in the beginning, and we of course sell it here too. What's involved in them touching it up?
Well, we supply a starter kit with a tube of self-leveling sealant that we apply to the roof. Self-leveling means when you put it on, it flattens out, it finds the cracks, it stops the water penetration. It's also the stuff that we give you is compatible with the rubber. So it's a die-core we use. Around the windows or exterior, any of the compartment doors around the door, a die-core we use. It comes in clear, white, black, pretty much matches up.
Right. And bottom line is, if we teach you how to keep an eye on things, all you got to do is let us know if you spot something. We can always give you some guidance from there. We're not going anywhere. Kind of like, don't have to be a car mechanic to recognize, hey, my car's making a little bit of a strange noise. Maybe I should do something about it. We can help you with that. So we're going to get, we're trying to keep an eye on water penetration from the outside world, obviously rain, in gaps in our seals, either because of weather or any other dozen reason. But there's another way you might get water penetration in your trailer, and that's a leak in your plumbing system. How would you know that? It could happen in your house too. It could happen in your cottage. You got a leak under the sink. You got a leak under the toilet. You don't really notice it, in the moment. And if you didn't notice it for a long time, it would damage your floor or your carpets or whatever. Trailer's no different. It's a little house on wheels. As homeowners, there's things we have to do to keep an eye on it. So the trailer has a unique little indicator, though, because if you have a leak somewhere in your system, what are they going to hear?
For people that use the onboard water tank, the fresh water tank, that the system is pressured by the onboard water pump. Like a jet pump in your house, when it builds the pressure, it cuts off, it shuts off, it's quiet. When you open a tap, flush a toilet, the pump will come on momentarily, continue the pressure for you, and when you close the valve, it stops and is quiet. If one of the indicators, Mark, is if you hear that pump come on and nobody get out of bed to flush the toilet or wash their hands or touch the tap at all, that pump should not come on. If you're laying in bed and you hear it, a quick brrrt, and then it comes back again, that would be a indicator that the pressure had built up had dripped off and then reactivated. So that's
so in simple terms, what I'm hearing, if a customer wants to keep an eye on leaks in their water system, what they should be doing when they get to their trailer for the first, after not being there for a little while, check under your cupboards, check under your sink, check around your bathroom, make sure you don't see any obvious signs of leaks, because you want to keep an eye on that. And if you ever hear your water pump come on when you're not actually running any water, aha, that's a little tick in your car's engine, and you should call someone and see if we can figure it out together. Okay? Let's take a look at the inside. It's very easy. You don't have to be an RV technician to do a quick inspection on the inside. Let me show you the kinds of things you would look for. So we're in kind of a fancy trailer here, but we've got the big slide. Not everybody has a slide. Obviously, we're going to look around the ceiling, especially where we have obvious holes. This one has a skylight. It's got an air conditioner over here. But I would be looking around my horseshoe where the slide is, because the wallpaper along the side would be discolored if there's any water. And it's like a lot of things in life, if you catch it early, it's not a big problem. If we find there's a little bit of water coming in, there's stuff to address the seals, make them more supple. There's a twig or a frisbee. You've got to watch that doesn't really suck in the slide. So we want to do a visual inspection in all the obvious spots. Let's take a look at the bedroom of this one. I can do this, Randy, it's okay. So of course, in this one, the bathroom, while I'm here, we would be looking under the sink, take a look if there's no water damage in our water system. Now this is kind of a fancy one because it has a whole big front shirt wardrobe. Most of our clients will have the queen bed here and those little shirt closets. You open up the shirt closet and look inside. Maybe the camera can come in here and see. This one is a nice big open one, but you open up the shirt closet and we're looking in that corner to make sure we're not seeing any signs of water discoloration. It's as simple as that. So basically just a visual inspection on a regular basis on the inside to keep an eye on your investment goes a long way. And then there's a responsibility, and you'll want to keep an eye on all your outside seals, manufacturer recommendation every 3 months. We're going to give you the stuff to do it, and I'm going to do some videos next to show you where you look and what that looks like. Okay, any questions, you call us directly. We're here to help you. Thank you very much. So here's a smooth-sided trailer. Here's a compartment door. This is what we're talking about here. This seal here. You want to make sure that that's solid. Seal along the front here, I'm checking. Going to walk around to the slide. Same thing here, this seal here. And here's an important one. So here's the outside of our slide. Can you see that? Here's our slide here. Take a look at this. We want to watch this seam here. This is where water could come in, right? These rubber seals. This is stuff you want to keep an eye on a regular basis. Let's go over and take a look at a ripple side trailer just for a second. So these sort of gaps here again, can you see? There we go. That's what we're looking for. You want to keep an eye on all that stuff. We're going to show you how to do it, give you some stuff to do it, so you'll be in pretty good shape. All right, thank you very much. And as always, keep in touch with us. If something you think there's an issue going on with the trailer, let's catch it early together. All right, bye-bye.